I call Ben Obese-Jecty.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. In Huntingdon, 1 in 9 households has a veteran within it. An astonishing figure, and one that illustrates the historical link between our armed forces and the constituency which today still has RAF Whitton and also 2 United States Air Force bases, RAF Falconbury and RAF Molesworth. Legacy bases that can trace their history back to the Second World War. I'm hugely proud to be able to represent such a vibrant veterans community. My own service was as an infantry officer in the Royal Yorkshire Regiment. I served in the British Army during the most kinetic period of operations since the Korean War. Operation Herrick 11 in Afghanistan was a difficult tour. In Sangin, our battle group lost 30 soldiers. A further 170 were wounded. I remember being in the operations room when 2 new battle casualty replacements arrived on a resupply helicopter. I didn't stop to have a brew or help them settle in. My interaction with them both was fleeting, transactional. It was an everyday occurrence and I thought little more about it. A fortnight later, on Tuesday, December 15th, 2009, I was manning the operations room, and over the radio came an all too familiar message. Contact IED, wait out. There follows a pause which lasts an eternity. You know somebody is now fighting for their life. You know somebody might possibly already be dead. You know you can do little else than stand up the quick reaction force and wait to find out just how grave the situation is. A suicide bomber had ridden his motorbike into the checkpoint and detonated it, killing the 2 Afghan soldiers manning it instantly and fatally wounding 2 of our soldiers who were providing cover. I pressed our commander on the ground for an update, and to my eternal regret, I was quite short with him and continued to harry him for a sit rep. I didn't know at the time that he was trying to give life-saving first aid to one of the soldiers whilst under fire. The medic that day had tried valiantly to save both soldiers. Ignoring the bullets cutting the air around her, she calmly moved between each casualty, determined to do all she could to care for them. The weight of enemy fire increased. With flagrant disregard for her own safety, Bushby nevertheless continued to move between the casualties, personally administering CPR to one of the soldiers. For her actions, Lance Corporal Sarah Bushby was awarded the Military Cross. Rifleman James Brown was 18 years old. He had arrived on that helicopter. He had been in Sangin for less than 2 weeks. Age shall not weary him, nor the years condemn. I've always promised to remember him and to give him an opportunity to live on in a way he will never sadly get. We have a duty in this house to consider the ramifications of committing our soldiers to operations. I don't recount this story to dissuade, but to put a human face on the price it costs. They were the best of us, and the very least we can do is to remember them.